Chris Bedford with me this morning. All right, Chris, these cases unravel, Trump seems to go up in the polls. His side seems to be winning, strangely, and Biden's side seems to be losing. Would you agree with that?
I think I would agree with that. This lawfare has backfired on the Democrats. None of these cases were very serious. None of them were really well put together. It was basically an idea of throw everything at the wall and hope that it slows down the candidate, hope that he gets tied up. And it has cost him a huge amount of money. It's cost the RNC a huge amount of money. The party, the campaign, it is draining resources. So then that they've been successful. But at the same time, it's really exposed a lot of the things. I mean, Donald Trump has exposed a lot of things. When he ran in 2016, I think it was still reasonable to have an argument at Christmas or Thanksgiving with family over whether a lot of the corporate media was biased. That's no longer the case. You see the same thing with a lot of the bureaucracy in government, and you see the same thing with the way Democrats have handled this lawfare. They're exposing themselves for who they are, and Donald Trump's kind of been able, just through sheer force of will, to be that personality that exposes that.
And he makes every court appearance a public relations effort, and he does quite well at it, too. All right, Chris, here's another one for you. Nikki Haley is warning voters in Utah about Donald Trump being the GOP nominee. It's a warning. Watch this.
If Republicans really want to get this back on track, we've got to acknowledge that maybe it's him. Maybe Donald Trump is the reason we keep losing. We can't be a country in disarray and a world on fire and go through 4 more years of chaos. If Donald Trump is the nominee, we will lose. It is that simple. We will lose. And the Democrats are salivating over the thought of Donald Trump being the nominee.
Okay. If Trump's the nominee, we will lose. Okay. In your opinion, Chris, is she right?
Well, I think the state is going to pull out, and basically the regime is going to pull out every single stop they can to stop Donald Trump from getting into office. But it will be very difficult for them. Joe Biden, he was able to beat Trump in Trump's reelection, was soaring popularity, completely buoyed by corporate media that basically ran his campaign for him, and at the same time as Donald Trump was slumping and made a bad response to COVID. Now, Trump's seen a bigger popular resurgence personally than really anyone since Nixon lost to Kennedy, coming back and doing very well in polls while Biden is at the bottom. And, voters ought to ask themselves, this is an argument that's often made by people like Nikki Haley, people like Mitch McConnell about electability. But what exactly is the point of a Nikki Haley presidency? Sure, the Republican Party gets a win. Maybe there's some tinkering with the tax rates. Maybe we get to launch another war that we probably lose. But people like Nikki Haley represent a controlled opposition, whereas people like Donald Trump are really chaotic, and they're breaking some aspects of the system that haven't served the American people well over the last couple decades.
Well said. Chris Bedford, thanks very much for joining us, Chris. We wish you well, and we'll see you soon. Thanks a lot.
You as well, sir.